devastated. I choose this over Veuve Clicquot every day. In this economy, let me tell you what bothers me about espresso martinis. Buen dia, mi gente. Happy Friday. I'm at the gym right now. Gotta get my workout in. So this weekend, I picked up a couple bottles of champagne. I bought 3 bottles out of fear that Trump was going to go through with his tariff of 200% on European wines. Also, none of them are Veuve. So we'll go through those with you also. And then tomorrow night we have date night. Sunday, we're going to the Boston Public Market. Just pick up a couple of fruits and things. Once spring is here, Josh and I really like to go to local farmers markets and just get what we can. And then Sunday afternoon, I'm going to get a hydrofacial. I used to get hydrofacials all the time. I'll get into it later. I have to go work out. Let's go. Remember when I said date night was tomorrow? LOL, it's tonight. Josh came home and was like, I made us a recipe for tonight. I was like, huh? I thought that was tomorrow. My room is a disaster, but I found a really cute outfit. I'm just gonna blow dry it, do like a little mini sort of blowout situation, but I love using the Olaplex number 7. This oil is multi-use. You can use it as a heat protectant for frizz. If you just want a little extra shine in your hair. You know what, I do. I need to shine. I need to shine. Okay, the sun has gone down, as you can see from the background. I've done my whole head pretty much. Josh brought me a pre-dinner martini. Love it. Ooh, okay, volume. All right, I did my hair, put it up. All right, I don't know if I want to do something that's like medium coverage, so the Dior foundation stick, or something lighter like the MAC Face and Body. So we're going to Desnuda Cocina and Bar in the South End. Typically what happens is I will see like a TikTok or a reel on some new restaurant in Boston and I will just send it to Josh. And then next thing I know, there's just like a reservation there. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Dior foundation stick, take it on my brush. I'm pretty sure he has a list on Google Maps that's entitled Places Ari Wants to Go. Let me get another sip of my martini. Funny enough, I didn't start liking martinis until I was like 30. I did. I really tried so hard in my late 20s to be like, I'm classy, I'm gonna order a martini. What I learned about martinis and how I ended up finding one that I actually will now order and drink, realized the problem was the type of gin that I was using. Gins like Bombay, Sapphire, Tanqueray, they're gross and I don't like them. I'm gonna go with my bronzer on the Hourglass palette, but the reason I don't really like those gins is because they taste like pine trees. They're what's like a London dry gin, whereas gins like Hendrick's, a bit more botanical. You get some of that juniper flavor, but it's not as tree forward. It's really all I could say. I also came to realize I don't like a twist. I don't like a lemon. I prefer olives, but I don't necessarily want a dirty martini, which is with olive juice. I want just Hendrick's martini with vermouth, shaken, not stirred, and olives. It's like an appetizer in and of itself. I don't know, it just works so well. But if you're like me and you're like, I too hate martinis, change the gin. I'm actually just gonna take this blush bronzer and run this over my eyelid, create more of like a seamless look. And then I'm gonna take a smaller, fluffier brush, go in on the lid with a little bit of the highlight, like just over here. That's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows. I was trying to think of what my favorite cocktail is though, because Josh was like, do you want a cocktail? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, what is my favorite cocktail though? Do I have a favorite? Probably an espresso martini, but with tequila, good tequila. This one spot right here that's like very obviously not blended. So I'm gonna go in with a clean brush. Ooh, almost knocked my martini over. I know people like to say, oh, espresso martinis are overrated. Well, oh well. This is really random, but let me tell you what bothers me about espresso martinis. It's not even the espresso martini, it's the way people drink them. An espresso martini is not meant to be had with your meal. It's not even meant to be like a pre-dinner cocktail. You have coffee and coffee liqueur. Why are you drinking that with your meal? It's an after dinner cocktail. It's either like a dessert cocktail or a cocktail you have with dessert. Why are you having an espresso martini with steak? Why are you having an espresso martini with pizza? Low-key, that sounds kind of good though. I just feel like it ruins your palate for food. I'll do mascara. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal Mascara. Ooh, this is the one I promoted over on Instagram. I just really like the way it makes my lashes look longer than they are. So I'm like, hell yeah. Okay. This look is giving like grunge a little bit. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You see that? Stunning. It's also clump resistant, so no matter how many layers you put on, it won't clump. This is insane. Do you see this? Look at my lashes right now. Oh my God. Yeah, the lip combo tonight is gonna kill. I already know what I'm gonna wear. Okay, lip combo. Makeup Forever 606 Wherever Walnut. The Laneige Tinted Lip Balm. This is in the shade Sugar Craze. That is the final look. Okay, we got a little bit of time. Let me show you what I'm putting in my bag. So ID, first of all, my little, oh wow, my little mirror compact, my lip combo for the night so I can reapply, 2 powder compacts, just in case, and the brush for the powder compacts, some Tums, you never know, something doesn't agree with you, the sample size of the perfume I'm wearing, this is the Miss Dior, and of course, my Newports. Listen, your girl loves a drunk cig, okay? Good morning. Josh is still sleeping, but I just wanted to get up and get ready for the day. Starting my day with some electrolytes. I really like these ones from Liquid IV because they also have a little bit of caffeine in them. So it's like a natural energy boost and like helping me rehydrate. All right, let's go do my skincare. I'm not gonna do a full beat of makeup for the farmer's market. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer, bronzer, and brows. And that's it. Like, I'm just gonna leave my SPF because I like it. Sticking with the whole like SPF thing, this CL concealer has SPF 50 and it blends out so nicely. Normally, this is, in my opinion, like a revolutionary product because anytime you have makeup products with SPF, it's always hit or miss. Bare Minerals does it really well, putting SPF in their products, but an SPF concealer that, look at this, and the color match, incredible. There's actually a vendor at the Boston Public Market who I really, really like. And it's unexpected, not what you would think. It's a candle company called Life Bloom. This is a CL sculpting stick in medium. This also has SPF 30. But their candles are so like elegant and they smell so clean. And the way that they educated me about how candles are supposed to burn and like the type, not just the type of wax you use, but the type of wick that you use and the vase itself. Like, I love when people can educate me about their product. It's a clean burn, which is super important. So I might pick up 1 or 2. I want to see what their spring scents are. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Ilia color pigment paint in the color Stutter. They discontinued this color. I'm devastated. Just like a light pop of color. Electrolyte break. Charlotte Tilbury powder under the eyes. some mascara, my YSL brown mascara. Actually, I kind of want to add a little bit. See, I always do this, it's never enough. A little bit of powder bronzer. I think that's it, really. Apparently we're bringing livestock indoors. That was a real life llama. It's actually pretty dangerous because they'll like spit at people.
Really?
Yeah, they'll just like spit at you. Or maybe that's camels. I don't know.
For alpaca.
An alpaca. Oh, maybe that's what it was. An alpaca? Alpaca. I don't know. Okay, we just got back. I changed, but I figured I would show you what I got at the market. There actually weren't that many vendors. They were having some sort of like yarn convention festival. So like where a lot of the vendors should have been, there were like yarn. Oh, maybe that's why there was an alpaca. I got a lemon, a couple of apples for Josh during the week. Then my candle. They are a little pricey, but they're worth it because they use clean ingredients, clean oil, so you can leave them burning in your house for like 2-3 hours and there's like nothing toxic about it. But there's also an even burn, and what I mean by that is sometimes when you burn a candle, you know how like it'll have buildup, like it won't burn evenly all the way around. You'll have like some built up here, some built up here. Well, that's due to the kind of wax and oils that they use, so you don't get an even distribution. This is like so niche, and I'm so aware of that it gives you an even burn. So you use the entire candle, and then after, once it's completely burned, you can reuse this like ceramic base. It's the rose and agave. They rebranded it to be Lunar Embrace. Smells so good. It's got little moonstones in it. I'm gonna turn this on range. I ordered magnesium from Moon Juice. I've seen this one on Instagram a lot. I've also followed a few influencers who have suggested it. It's supposed to promote calm, rest, and relaxation. Josh and I kind of struggle to unwind at night. I also got the individual packets to try. These ones are flavored. This is the berry calm. So I might pair this with like a sleepy time tea or a chamomile tea. We'll see. So if you saw the vlog at the Celtics game, I discovered the Viva coconut seltzers. So we went, this was literally the last one they had in stock. I was on my hands and knees. I reached for it in the back. So grabbed the last 4-pack, very excited just to have those. And then if you've been watching the news at all, you know that Trump is threatening a 200% tariff on European wine. If the EU goes through with a 50% tax on American whiskey, then he will implement a 200% tariff on European wines, which, so because we have the First Leaf subscription, I'm not really worried about that. We get, you know, a nice selection of wines every 3 months. But where that does concern me is with champagne. I love champagne. I'm a champagne girly. Really where that came about was during the pandemic. I would just like every once in a while buy a bottle of champagne. And so I found at one point I had like 6 bottles of Veuve Clicquot and was like, what am I saving these for? Like, why do I buy one occasionally and then just like not open it? And I really just came to the conclusion that life is meant to be celebrated. Celebrate the big wins, the small wins, the everyday wins. And so that's really where like my appreciation for champagne came from. However, let me show you some champagnes that are not Veuve Clicquot. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, to be considered champagne, it has to come from the Champagne region of France. And Veuve Clicquot is one of the more well-known champagne houses. I like Veuve, but to be honest, it's not my go-to. It's very fruit forward with mandarin, grapefruit, pear, like very, very fruit forward. It's also very carbonated, and what I mean by that is the bubbles are a bit thicker, are a bit bigger than some other champagnes that I'm gonna show you. It's a great crowd pleaser. Like if you're getting champagne for a crowd, Veuve is great. But I'm gonna show you 3 that are around the same price point as Veuve and offer something just a little bit different. Okay, starting with Perrier Jouet. This is their Grand Brut bottle. I really enjoy this one because it's a little bit more crisp. So you still get some of that fruit on the palate. You still get a little bit of like those citrus notes, but you're gonna get more of like a brioche and vanilla profile from this than you will from the Veuve Clicquot. Veuve Clicquot is very sweet and forward. This one is a little bit more like butter, sweetness, nutty, crisp. That's the best way I could describe this champagne to you. Okay, next I have the Laurent Perrier. These are different houses. They sound the same, right? Perrier Jouet, Laurent Perrier. These are different champagne houses. They're not the same. This one has finer bubbles. So the carbonation is still there, but it's very light. You get a little bit more of a complex profile that includes this floral note. So you might get white peaches with a little bit of a floral note, brioche with a little bit of a floral note. This one is a little bit more expensive. I think this one was like 80, 90, but they have a $60 one. That's their intro level. That's just as good. But this was also the last one they had in stock for the 2012. So I was like, some people are catching on to this. Some people are catching on. Okay, this next one is my favorite. This is the Taittinger Brut La Francais. Taittinger, for me, is my favorite because it embodies everything that champagne should be. It's complex. It has super fine bubbles, so it's fizzy, but also has like a little bit of foam. It's creamy. You get that brioche almond nuttiness while still getting some of that like white peach and citrus note. It's just like a beautiful, complex champagne, and this is like my go-to every time. I choose this over Veuve Clicquot every day. In my opinion, this is one of the best champagnes, and it's pretty affordable. This I think was like $52, $54. It's around the same price as Veuve. So just remember, you deserve to be celebrated every day. Good morning, happy Monday. Okay, so last night, Josh and I tried the magnesium for the first time. This stuff is good. This stuff is good. Now, this is the only magnesium we've tried, right? From Moon Juice. Josh struggles to wind down and fall asleep, but for me, I struggle actually staying asleep. I'll fall asleep anywhere, anytime, for both of us. Literally 10 minutes after he finished his cup of tea, we just mixed this into a little bit of chamomile tea. 10 minutes after he finished his tea, he was like, I'm exhausted, I need to go to sleep. I'm like, great, me too. And I feel well rested. Neither of us woke up feeling groggy. We woke up just fine, so very excited about this. A couple meetings this morning, going to the gym, got my electrolytes. The cotton candy flavor, top tier. Start with a little SOS spray. Also, the Sephora sale is coming up. If you plan on shopping the Sephora sale, I will be posting a couple of videos on my YouTube channel about my recommendations from skincare through makeup. And this is genuinely long overdue because one thing that really pisses me off about the internet is the amount of people who are trying to sell you products, the same products that you see over and over and over again, and they're just not that good. But in this economy, you gotta be strategic, baby girl. You gotta be strategic with your money. You gotta know what's good. You gotta know what's worth it on your dime. I think one thing that I've learned since having to throw out half my makeup because it was expired is that I don't need like 8 foundations. And I'm gonna be so real with you. The biggest flex is your skin. That, like, it's not the foundation you're wearing, it's not the contour, it's not the concealer. The biggest flex is your skin. Can you walk out the house and people be like, wow, your skin looks so good. Wow, what foundation are you wearing? None. It's my skin. Consumer education is so important, and that's really where like my perspective comes from, where like I don't find any joy in being like, oh my god, this YSL is literally the best. Like YSL, it's like, no, actually my favorite mascara is the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara that's $13 at the drugstore. Put on a little bit of sunscreen. This one from the drugstore. Drugstore SPF and I have had beef for a very long time. Neutrogena really did something with this one. They did really well. I look like a glazed donut and I would not have it any other way. Thanks, Neutrogena. This is not sponsored.